Yeah, you don't need to do anything. Okay. Hey everyone. So I am here in Altoona, Pennsylvania, about to crown the very first Junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania. I'm super excited about it. My dad's going to be the cameraman for us, and he's just going to go ahead and record the whole ceremony. And anyone who is wanting to say anything, any words of encouragement, whatever, go ahead and comment on here. And oh, Megan made it. So anyone who wants to make any comments, go ahead. My dad will probably not read them at the time because he doesn't want to interrupt anything, but I just want to let you guys all know that. All right. So I'm going to flip this around now. Everyone meet Ev.
Hi.
Megan is looking and watching now.
Hi, Megan.
I will be reading her comments. We got some camera crews and my dad, the cameraman. So all you need to do, yep, and just go. You can move wherever. You don't push any buttons, Dad. No, if you turn it, then it'll mess it up. So keep it up and down. That's why we couldn't have the tripod. So, get maybe, where did you tell him that you wanted him?
So maybe if you stand here.
Yeah, go back there.
Yeah. But he, pretty much, he can go wherever he needs to go. We'll work around
Of course they have to pound when I'm about to read something.
That was close.
I'm so sorry. If you don't mind, before we start, do you hold up that white piece of paper for me?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
I hope those people stop pounding.
Me too.
I have a loud voice, so we should be okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready, Flea?
Well, yeah, whenever you guys are ready.
All right, we're recording. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey everyone. Hi, Ev's family and friends. I've met your friend there. So first thing I'm going to do is read a statement from the Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania coordinator, Megan Abrams. She said, "Today, our first Junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania will be crowned. Not only will she serve as an ambassador for the program over the next 2 years, she will spend her reign attending events and reigning Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania, learning to be a better advocate and preparing herself for her own shot at the ultimate crown. I know that she is excited to get started on all her activities. I also know she'll do a fantastic job and make our program and our state proud. Congratulations, Ev." So she gave you a bag of gifts there. I will hand them to you at the end with everything. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read my statement now. It's a little bit lengthy, so you guys, all your questions will be answered about me and about the program and everything else. Hello, everyone, and thank you for making it to this little ceremony. I'm sorry I'm a one-woman show and can only do so much, but I hope to make this day as special as I can for you all, especially Ev. What is Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania? It's definitely not, nor will it ever be, a competition based on our appearance. We don't call it a pageant anymore. It is a competition. The word pageant makes it sound like it is something based solely on our looks. Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania is a nonprofit 501c3 program that has been around for a very long time. The program is ultimately an extension to the Miss Wheelchair America organization, which was founded in 1972 in Ohio. Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania went several years without a competition until Megan Abrams stepped in to save the failing program and made it what it is today. She became the state coordinator in 2009 and has kept the program going ever since. The program works to celebrate the achievements and empower women with disabilities. The intention is to give a platform to women wheelchair users to help advocate for the 56 million Americans living with a disability today. We are one of the only minority groups that anybody can become part of at any moment in their life. As Americans with disabilities, we are constantly overlooked. We don't have equal rights, as much as people want to say we do. If the world was perfect and we had equal rights, there wouldn't be a Miss Wheelchair organization because we wouldn't need advocates. I believe many Americans feel that the ADA was enough for us, and that means that we have what we need, and we should be grateful and just move on with life and get over it. I like to refer to these people as having a problem that is not knee disease. Trust me, I too suffered from that disease until one day it was me. We need to take a moment to be grateful for the thousands of people who make up the disability rights movement. People have worked years organizing and attending protests, licking envelopes, sending out alerts, drafting legislation, speaking, testifying, negotiating, lobbying, and filing lawsuits, being arrested, doing whatever they could for the cause they believe in. There are far too many people whose commitment and hard work contributed to the passage of this historic piece of disability rights legislation to be able to give appropriate credit or by name. Without the work of so many, without the disability rights movement, there would be no ADA. Thank you to George Bush Sr. for signing the ADA into law, July 26, 1990. These people fought for my rights as an American with a disability before I ever benefited from it. They changed the course of all of our lives forever, and the words thank you just aren't enough. The father of the ADA, Justin Dart's last words before he passed were lead on. Ev, what does lead on mean to you?
To use what I have to make the world a better place for everyone else.
Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania is helping fulfill his wishes to lead on. This program is a gift. I am grateful to have given this opportunity and received this gift. And now to give this gift to you means everything to me. Y'all probably are wondering about me. Who am I? What's my disability? And how did I ever become into this position covered in tattoos like I am? My name is Barb Zablotny. I am from Wimber, Pennsylvania, which is outside of Johnstown. I'm a 2004 graduate of Wimber High School. I moved to Scranton to pursue a career in veterinary technology. With only a 5-week internship left to complete, I was involved in a single motor vehicle accident on December 30th of 2007 that paralyzed me on impact. I was diagnosed with a T10 incomplete spinal cord injury, which means for me I can't feel or move anything from the belly button down, and I have no bowel or bladder function. I also live with chronic pain. Not even a year later, on December 20th of 2008, my mother suddenly died in her sleep. And 2 years later, my fiance, who was my rock to get me through all the loss I was handed at the age of 21 and 22, and I ended our engagement. I spiraled into a very deep depression. I was so depressed that I didn't even realize I was depressed. Because I don't drink or smoke or do drugs, I use food as my coping mechanism. During that depression, I gained 100 pounds, which only made my situation 100 times worse for me. I couldn't move easily, I couldn't be independent, and I just felt even more hopeless. Some weeks, I never left my bed. I stayed in bed all week long. Looking back, that's hard for me to even grasp I spent my time that way. I distanced myself from other wheelchair users because I often felt that they were judging me. I would get remarks from them saying, just get over it, I did. Or make remarks about me still using a transfer board. They'd also get on me about how I should just do a very serious bladder surgery to fix my issues in that department. I thought maybe they had an idea there. Maybe that would help make me feel more independent and not make me feel so trapped in a body I couldn't do anything with. I talked to 2 doctors about having a bowel and bladder surgery done together, and after testing, it was ruled I was too big for this surgery. I needed to lose weight. How the heck do I do that? My legs don't work. I can't do anything. They made me talk to a dietitian and talk to a counselor. I found an amazing trainer named Mark Rhodes at Wimber Health Styles who saw my potential on day one. He wanted to help, and I saw he truly cared to help. He just wasn't doing it because it was his job. He made a small town gym work for someone with limited abilities. We have no Project Walk there. It is just a gym that is a gym specialized for people who are in wheelchairs. So I had to make this work. He never gave up on me when I wanted to give up on myself. He always was finding new exercises for me and working with me to adapt things for my abilities. He was constantly doing research to learn more about my type of spinal cord injury and how best to tailor workouts for me. Without him, I don't think I'd have gained the confidence I have today to be sitting here now in front of y'all. 2.5 years later, I've lost 100 pounds and I'm stronger now more than ever. Of course, it wasn't an easy selling for those 2.5 years. I still struggle with being a stress eater and cravings and making poor choices. But what's important is I have learned the tools I need to be able to get back on track. I am only human after all. It was about 1.5 years into my weight loss journey when I realized I wasn't depressed. It was only then that I realized just how depressed I was for so long, and I didn't even realize it because that was just what I was for so long. Depression is sneaky like that, and we all have our struggles with it, and more people need to be open and honest about those struggles, which is why I decided to let you all know today about my struggles. So how did I get to be Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania 2018? Funny story. a family friend of ours, Mary Lou Lavella, found a tiny article that was in the newspaper saying about how my predecessor was heading to nationals in Erie and told me I should do it. I thought to myself, heck no. Do I look like a pageant girl? She kept pushing me to do it. I decided to go home and look at the website and read more about the organization and realized it wasn't your typical pageant. At that moment, I had a gut feeling to apply and participate. And the last time I didn't listen to my gut instinct, I got paralyzed. So now, I always listen to my gut instinct. I applied and got accepted to compete. I decided to do a lot of media locally in case if I didn't win the PA pageant, I still got the message of my platform on a local level. The platform I ended up choosing was Changing Ignorance with Education and Inclusion, also known as the Rainbow Platform, which is an acronym for Rallying Against Ignorance Now Benefits Others with Disabilities. I chose this platform because after losing weight and becoming more independent, I was more active in the community. I realized how ignorant people would be to me, thinking I'm faking it, or something wasn't really horribly wrong with me, and thinking I just need help, and just inserting themselves into helping me, which was them just hindering me, making a situation I had under control to be now dangerous. I knew this was my chance to get the word out that people with disabilities can be independent. And just because we don't visibly look like we have something wrong with us, because we're young, doesn't mean we're faking it for attention. If only they knew the headache of getting a wheelchair as customized as mine, they wouldn't even question it then. I competed on March 3rd in Bradford, Pennsylvania against one other contestant and won the title of Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania 2018. To be honest, I'm still shocked I won 5 months later. All I did before competing was speak at local schools for students against destructive decisions, and of course volunteer locally. I had no idea how I was going to fulfill my 2 appearances a month because I had no connections. I had no idea where to start. Sadly, past title holders were less than helpful towards giving me connections. I was hoping there was a sisterhood here in Pennsylvania that would help give me direction. There wasn't. I was ultimately alone. My predecessor helped me a little bit, but I was still all on my own. I figured it out. I raised a lot of money on my own with the help of family and friends. It's a loud drink. To help pay for my journey to nationals. Hopefully everyone can still hear me. To help pay for my journey to nationals in my reign, I found more than 2 appearances a month to do. I was given advice by someone I met during my reign, Miss Universal, Christina Marinkovic, whose advice was to always say yes to opportunities that come your way as long as you can do them. You never know who you will meet and what doors will open as a result of that appearance. So now, I make sure to always say yes and make things work because I have the time currently in my life to make it work. I only have this title for a total of 10 months, and I don't want to not give it 100% and look back and regret. So Ev, I am passing that same piece of advice along to you, because you have the unique honor of not working with just 1, not 2, but 3 title holders during your 2-year-long reign. Be sure to take every opportunity that comes your way, if you can still do it. Once I competed in Grand Rapids, Michigan, July 30th through August 5th, everything made sense to me. I learned what a true sisterhood is. I learned how programs are in other states and how past title holders help them out to raise awareness as much as possible by telling them about several events. At that moment, I was upset by the obvious path the PA sisterhood is on. I made a promise to myself that I will never, ever be like that. I will always be here to help, no matter what. I will always tell the title holder about events, whether I liked her or not. I would give the title holder opportunities that I was presented, whether I felt like I worked for them or not. I would just ask the title holder to give me credit, which is what I would do had I been given the opportunities by past title holders. That goes for you, Ev. I promise to be the best big sister I can be. I will not be selfish with my appearances and opportunities. My connections are now your connections. Your connections are now my connections. We share things together to grow together and improve this program. We're laying the groundwork for the future direction and attitude of Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania. I am making a pact to you in front of everyone here in person and on Facebook Live that I promise the words I am saying will be reality. Everything I do, you will be included and invited if you choose to be and are able to. I want you to succeed. and I want you to outshine what I did. I want you to, my successor, to outshine me as well. That is what growing a program to be better is all about. Here's my gift to you, for you to, okay. So here's my gift to you, to wear. To remember the promise I just made to you in front of all your loved ones and everyone who watches this on Facebook Live. If you need anything at all, I am here.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh my god, thank you.
I'll put it on for you.
Oh my
I'm almost
God.
done.
Yes.
You'll be getting more things, so hold on. Alright. Everything about me, this program, and my experiences, I want to talk about how Ev got into this spot right now. I feel like fate was pulling the strings for this to happen, to be honest. Every year since the start, I have been going to Sci-Fi Valley Con and hanging out at my friend Joe's booth helping him. Since I've been around since the beginning, the owner of the con, Casey Bassett, knows me. I have to just throw it out there that he makes sure his con is very inclusive, and I have never had any issues navigating it in a wheelchair. This year I approached him to see if I could get a table for the event, and all tables were sold out in like January, and I won the title in March. But he found a table for me that was so far out of the way it seemed pointless for me to even go. I figured I'll go the first day and see how it goes. I get there and find out that where I was supposed to be set up was taken by someone else. Casey and his crew found a table that was along one of the main aisles and was vacant and allowed me to set up there as a nonprofit organization. Some people scoffed at me for setting up at a sci-fi con because it's not a disability event and I should be there, or I should be at more disability events. What people fail to realize is most people you come across know someone with a disability and they themselves have a disability. I was thanked by several people for being there and bringing visibility to disability at an event that they weren't expected to be at. The last day of the con, I saw Ev whiz on by with her friends. I was like, oh my god, I need to talk to her. She's in a Tylite wheelchair. I started to chase after her, and whenever I finally caught up with her, she was so excited for me to have recognized her. Her friend was in a hurry to get to a panel, and I was holding them up. So I told her to find me when they were done. She did, and we talked. She started talking about events for people with disabilities that I never heard of. I told her she should run for Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania, and she told me she was 17, or she'd love to. I knew Pennsylvania didn't have a junior miss program yet, but I knew she'd be the perfect person to fill that position. I let my state coordinator, Megan, know. I told her how great Ev was, and how I feel she'd be a perfect addition to the Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania program. She decided to start this program because of Ev, ultimately. When she told me she did that, I was so excited at this point to have a little sister to accompany me to all of my appearances if she was able to, and for us to learn and grow together. The Junior Miss program doesn't involve a competition. They just get nominated to be a title holder. I nominated her, and she accepted, and here we are today. Ev, you have such a pure heart and an advocate for not only people with disabilities, but for all people. You believe in inclusion for all, which is what the world should already be like. It's not, but the goal is for it to be there, so future generations don't have to fight like we do today. With that said, I am going to go ahead and give you your sash and crown and put it on you now, so you can make your first official remarks as our very first Junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania now. I am so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Get your stuff. So I got you a perfect carrying case for it all, because I struggled with that at first. So first things first, you get your sash. I will hold this up for everyone to see. Here's her sash. It's a little, like it's a little confusing at first. You kind of want to tuck it in so it doesn't get messed up. And here's your crown.
Oh my god.
record
Yes.
this on too.
Yes.
So you are completely all ready to go. And oops. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Well, all right. Can you move it close?
Yes.
So, oops. All right.
If you can get past my hair.
Yeah, we'll make it work. These poor guys with the camera, they're gonna have all this editing to do. Oh,
Yeah.
Feel bad, it's our job.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like part of the job.
Oh my gosh.
We do every day.
I don't want to like stab your hair. Or get the cord of hair.
I have enough hair to
I'm
tie
having
me
like a
over.
hard time moving here. There we go. If I can't get it, I might need to ask for assistance from a family member here. Oh, wait, here we go. I think I got it. There we go. I got it.
Yes.
I succeeded.
Thank you.
And so, if you would like to give any of your remarks.
Okay. So, you know that it is such a privilege to work with her and an honor to be crowned by her. She is the definition of overcoming and using your story and your life to help other people. And that is exactly what I want to do.
Thank
And
you.
so I think that's why we connect on such a personal level. I also went through a lot and becoming disabled actually helped me turn my life around. When I was young, I was in a really bad place, and this was kind of like a wake-up call for me. And I started, once I was able to get over my past, I started realizing that I had to tackle my present. I had no idea that inaccessibility, especially in the education system, was such a problem. And so I've made it my mission to fight, not just for me, but for everyone with a disability, and especially disabled students, so they can have equal access in school to whatever they want to do. And so that's what I dedicate my platform to.
Your platform.
Yeah.
Now everyone, there's her platform. Do you have any more remarks to say?
Obviously, thank you, Casey Bassett, for having an inclusive con. There were a lot of people with disabilities there.
Yeah, there was. There was
It
a lot of people.
very accessible. It was amazing. And now we're going to have to go next year.
Yeah, I'll be there every year.
Be there every year. But just thank you to everyone who supported me. Thank you to my family and my Phoenix, my best friend Phoenix, for supporting me. And obviously, thank you for everything that you do.
You're welcome. Hey Phoenix, can you grab that bag and that box over there too? We have to give her the stuff for that. The bag is from the state coordinator, and that box is from me. You can open it later, but I know. While we're on Facebook Live, I wanna. So this is from Megan, and this is all your goodies, and then this is from me. So, so
Okay, which one do I open first?
you can open hers. Mine is just
Okay.
you can open later. There's too much.
Alright, yeah.
You can go ahead and open hers,
I'll open
and that is all from Megan.
Oh my gosh.
She went shopping for you. in
Thank you,
particular.
Megan. You're so sweet. I need to meet Megan.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully, when
This
when
is so
October
pretty.
comes, she said it was in October. She'll
Yeah.
schedule us to be up at the school up there.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we will go together.
This is such a pretty box. Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you. This is amazing. This is so much fun in this box. I'm
You're like, I didn't expect to get all
I
this
know.
stuff.
What the heck? I don't know. Where do I put this?
Here, hand it to me. I'll hold it.
Yeah.
My
I
lap's
don't wanna,
empty.
yeah. My lap's never empty. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love these brushes. Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh. This is all so me.
You're
This
just
is
like,
perfect.
see, Megan,
I'm like,
you did a good
I'm
job.
like in my element right now.
Yeah, Megan wasn't sure.
Oh my
She's like, I'm
gosh.
not sure. I'm like, she's gonna love it. Don't
Yes.
worry.
This is so much fun, all this tissue paper. Yes, I love this. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm gonna fill this with pictures of us.
Yes, all your appearances now.
All my appearances.
Yep, that's what she recommends to do, is to document your appearances.
I was realizing like all of my public speaking that I've done, like I haven't taken pictures of any of it, and I'm like,
Yeah, to start documenting it all.
oh yes, we're writing the events and then.
Yep, and you got the official Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania flag.
Oh my god, I didn't even see that.
Yep,
That's
you got
amazing.
Pens.
We got the pens. That's so great. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Another necklace.
Oh my gosh. Ah, this is so great. I love this so much. Now I have two.
Yes.
Just gonna be like blinged out with my.
You can have one for each outfit.
Yes, I do need one for each outfit. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I was not expecting this.
I didn't think you would.
Thank you so much, Megan, and thank you, Barb, for everything. I'm like, this is amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. My glitter nail polish is my favorite.
You picked out the right colors too, Megan.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, she think it. It looks like it's in pen.
Oh my gosh. Yes, this is perfect. We're gonna have to get
Got
pictures
yes.
of us.
Yes.
I'll put that in here.
Yeah, I was
Just
like,
pile in your lap.
I know
and,
it's all good.
Oh, here, I'll put that.
Oh yeah, put it back in.
Vlog.
I'll let you finish.
Yeah, I'm
Is
just
there any
like-
more?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, there's more. You went
is
crazy,
amazing.
Megan.
Oh, we love Megan.
Yeah. She does so much work.
Yeah.
People don't give her enough credit, but I've had nothing but
I love this.
good experience. Oh my god, that's awesome.
This is amazing. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I love
That's amazing.
Again, I'm just piling you.
It's okay.
Okay, there's two more.
There's two.
It's still going. It's still going.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
Megan,
gosh.
you went crazy.
I
was, like,
never
thinking,
even
like, three
met
things
Megan,
or
and I love
something.
her. Oh my gosh. Are these cards?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I like want to open these. But I'm like,
Yeah, they're like note cards, it looks like.
these are so cute. I collect stationery too.
So do I.
So that's perfect. Oh my gosh. Let's write angry letters on beautiful on beautiful
on cute
stationery.
Oh, a cup.
Oh,
She
yes.
did tell me about that.
Oh yes. Coffee cup. This is perfect for me.
So,
Thank you so much for everything. We can put everything in the bag.
yeah, we can throw it all
Try
back
to-
in there.
try to-
I didn't
yeah,
realize
oh my
she
gosh.
went that. She told
Oh
me
my
a couple things,
gosh,
but I was
yes.
like,
I'm so excited.
yeah, you definitely got some awesome
Yes.
stuff that is so
See,
you.
we're starting the sisterhood already.
Yeah, this is what you do,
This
spoil.
is what you do.
Alright, let's throw all this in there so we don't like glitter
Yeah.
the earth, since, you know, we need straws.
We need straws, so we have to make up for it.
Yeah, you can open this later, because that will take a while.
Alright.
I know they wanted to talk to you. So, oh wait, this is also yours. This is where that was in. I got you these socks because I know you have socks.
Yes.
And then this is the paperwork for the
Okay.
necklace. You have to go every
Yeah.
6 months long to get it inspected to make sure if any gems are gone or anything breaks that the warranty will hold it up. And then they gave me a free pair of earrings too. So we got a pair of earrings too. So all that is in here. And you can work to get home. This is the first time I've worn shoes in like a
Hey
long
Barb, this thing just flipped back to looking at me.
Here. I'll fix it. You hit a button. Yeah, you did. There you go. Alright. So,
I need my cute socks.
Yes.
This is the first time literally the first time I've worn shoes in like a long time.
that's awesome. I had to wear shoes today too.
We have a picture?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can oh yeah,
Oh.
she wants to give us those. We can hold those in our lap. Thank you. I'm glad you thought of it. And if your mom wants to take pictures too of us.
This is for social media for our Facebook page.
Hold on, let me get
You're good.
I feel like I'm like far away. Closer.
3. Take one more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
I feel like I was like not looking at your mom. So we'll be like looking off somewhere
Yeah.
else. Do I take another one,
Yes.
Mom?
1, 2, 3.
Phoenix, do you want to take one too?
Yeah, everyone take pictures now.
It's like her job to take pictures of me. That's my best friend.
Oh my, look how pretty. You guys go on. Oh shit! That's good news. Wheelchair, Pennsylvania. I think.
Yeah, I'm Miss Wheelchair, Pennsylvania. She's Junior Miss Wheelchair, Pennsylvania.
Got that seat sitting on
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Oh boy. It's nice, isn't it?
Alright. Did you guys need anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know. We'll just keep.
We love talking. We'll talk about anything.
Yeah, we'll do some right over here and set up.
Yep. We talk a lot.
We talk a lot.
It's okay.
What I'm gonna do,
That's what we do.
we'll, I'll talk to one of you and then I'm gonna talk to the other.
Okay, whatever you gotta do.
Megan wants an official headshot for social media.
Megan?
Well,
Okay, we'll get her.
Lynn Krasinski's on.
Okay.
Just do them both at the
Here,
same
let me
time?
see who's all commenting too, because did Karen pop on?
the problem is if I interview her and you interview her,
Okay.
then our
I'll get a headshot,
Yeah.
come
Megan.
up with just a bunch of mumbling.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess. So how do you want to do this? Then?
So we'll interview Miss Wheelchair, Pennsylvania first.
Alright.
All right. Yeah. Then I'll.
Yeah, stay on. I'll deal with it whenever we're done. Don't touch any button. Because I don't want you to delete what just happened.
Just put that to your collar, please.
Like right here.
Yep, that'll work.
You want to just hold this just like this for me?
That's crazy.
Yeah, just like. Actually, want to hold it just right up here.
Up there.
Right
Okay.
up there. Yep.
You drop that down a little bit, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I already have that mic.
Okay, did you want me to talk to one person and then hide this first?
Well, no, you're gonna talk to both of us at the same time.
Okay, I didn't know
I'll
because
st-
this says
he'll sta-
WTHA and that
He'll
one.
stand.
Yeah,
He'll
that's-
stand in the middle. Just look at him all the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
You can just drop that down just a bit, because the problem is,
Like-
it's like it's covering your
Yeah.
face right now.
Okay.
Like right there. Hang on 1 second.
This is. I've never held a mic for an interview.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you could just maybe drop it down.
Right there. You can hear it good.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I can hear it fine.
Okay.
Can I have you count to 10 for me, please, really quick?
10, or wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're good. Thank you. It's just so I have a level.
Okay, I was gonna like go 10, 9, 8.
You're fine. All right,
You're good?
Yep.
Okay,
We are rolling.
first question, can you say her name, spell it for us, please?
Barb Zablotny, B-A-R-B, Z-A-B-L-O-T-N-E-Y.
Okay, and your title, please. Your title.
Miss Wheelchair, Pennsylvania, 2018.
You can just briefly sum up the purpose of your visit here today.
Well, a few months ago, I met Ev, and she absolutely blew me out of the water for a 17-year-old. I did not think she was 17. I actually thought she was an adult because she was so mature. And I thought she would be an amazing candidate for this program. And I went to my state coordinator, Megan Abrams, and told her about her. And she started the program, Miss Wheelchair, or Junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania for Ev in particular. And I'm here today to crown her the very first Junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania.
That's a huge distinction in its own right. How do you feel knowing that you were able to crown the first ever?
It is seriously an honor to me to even be able to do that. I still wonder how I got the honor of being Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania, and to have the honor to crown the very first Junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania. It means everything to me, and it couldn't go to a more perfect candidate.
Your speech itself, you were very passionate about what you do and what it was. Your speech itself, you were you're very passionate about what you do and you know how symbolic it is. If you could just briefly relay that for the viewer that will be watching this story.
Did you want to sum up of my whole story in general? Well, I was 21 when I was involved in a single motor vehicle accident. I was paralyzed upon impact, left to be a T10 incomplete spinal cord injury. And what that means is I can't feel or move anything from the belly button down and have no bowel or bladder function as well. I went into a very deep depression after a series of life events happening to me, such as my mother dying in the separation of me and my fiance, and gained over 100 pounds. I lost 100 pounds after several years of being in a depression. I didn't even realize I was depressed. It was that long. And once I lost that weight, I was able to have the confidence to go and compete for a title such as Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania, and then go on to compete in Miss Wheelchair America as well. And what I do, whenever I lost that weight, I went out into the community more. I was doing more on my own independently, and I realized how much ignorance that there was facing people with disabilities, and how people treated me and how people treated others in wheelchairs too. And hearing their stories, I was just mind blown. And I knew I had to do something to change it. I didn't know what that was. So whenever I came across this program, I was like, this is the perfect platform to get that message out there. And the platform I chose was Changing Ignorance with Education and Inclusion, or also known as the Rainbow Platform, which is an acronym for Rallying Against Ignorance Now Benefits Others with Disabilities. So that is what I am hoping to accomplish by raising awareness, education, and helping provide inclusion to all places.
Now, seeing all this support, like through Facebook Live, through your family here, what does all this support mean to you?
It means everything. I literally can't even begin to imagine.
Mention People's Treasurer.
I can't even imagine. And the support I got whenever I went to nationals, I won the People's Choice Award. And that is strictly because of people from the community and from my family and my friends supporting me enough and voting for me. It's $1 a vote, and I actually raised the most amount of money with People's Choice that was ever raised in Miss Wheelchair America history.
The catalyst, what you said that you slumped into a depression. Now, what was the catalyst, the breaking point, so to speak, where you saw where your life was being derailed, and you decided you wanted to take this negative experience in your life and turn it into such a positive event?
Well, I went to a couple doctors who ultimately told me that if I wanted these surgeries to be more independent, bowel and bladder surgery, that were very big surgeries, that I would have to lose weight, and I was too big for those surgeries. They set me up with a dietitian and a counselor, and I found an amazing trainer named Mark Rhodes at Wimber Health Styles, who helped get me to where I am today. It was 2.5 years of work, and it wasn't easy, but that's pretty much the catalyst that got me out of that depression, was knowing that I could, if I didn't do this, then I would never be independent in any form or fashion at all, because I could not have those surgeries. It was either lose weight or just continue to rely on people for the rest of my life.
Now, your story itself was very powerful. I know it sounds a bit redundant, but especially for someone like myself listening to it. It was the first time I've listened to it. Kind of hard to listen to, despite all the positives that you outlined in your speech. The one thing that sticks with my, in my head is like how all this happened in an instant.
Yeah.
I guess maybe the message to somebody like myself, and others out there like me, that when we sit there and say, oh, I'm having a bad day, don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah. I often get told that I'm inspiring, and I'm sure Ev gets that too. And honestly, most people with disabilities do not like to be told that we're inspiring. What I want people to do is, instead of telling me that I'm inspiring or, whatever, go ahead and realize how grateful you should be. I would like someone to tell me, wow, I'm grateful. Instead of, wow, you're inspiring. I want them to say, I'm grateful. Because, like you said, things can change in an instant. In the blink of an eye, my life changed. My family's life changed. Everything changed. And each blink of an eye, it changed again and again, year after year, until finally I'm at a stable point right now.
but I want people to be grateful for what they have today. And even with Ev's case, she got a diagnosis that changed her life in the blink of an eye as well, at such a young age. And I'm sure she just wishes people would be grateful too, because things could just be gone tomorrow. And some things we would do anything to be able to do, and people just, like you said, take it for granted every day. And you think you're having a bad day, but you know, so there's someone out there who has it worse. And you know I'm very grateful that I have what I have. You know, it could be a lot worse, and I'm grateful for everything I have still.
My last question for you is, what does tomorrow bring? What else, where do you go from here with the spreading of awareness and just what you want to do?
I'm currently working with the Cambria County Planning Commission to schedule a day with different representatives and different, like the mayor of Johnstown stuff, for them to experience life sitting down. We are getting them put in wheelchairs and rolling around the city so they can see that their city is not inclusive and is not accessible at all. They are all very much on board with that, and honestly, I would like to do that with schools. I would like to do that all across the board. I would like to have that be a thing that happens in Pennsylvania everywhere. That is currently what's going on right in the near future. I plan for us to speak at more schools with disability education, and because we both have two very powerful stories, and I would like people to hear both of those, and kids especially to realize, not wearing, my accident happened because I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, like my injury. So I'd like kids to realize, take a second to clip your seatbelt, or you could end up like this. And in the distant future, I continue, even once my crown is off, to continue to advocate for people with disabilities. I continue to be involved in the Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania program and helping to expand it, recruit people, and find any kind of appearances for Ed and my successor, whoever that may be. And I'll continue to advocate for everyone as much as I can with what I have.
Just one other question for you. Is there a date set yet on that awareness in Johnstown?
No. We are still wrangling Mayor Frank of Johnstown, so if he happens to be watching this, please get back to us so we can schedule that date.
I think that's all I have. Is there anything you want to add?
No, I think you covered everything.
Cool. All right.
Now your turn. All right.
Switch sides here, please.
Well,
Use this. And then you have to clip this kind of like.
thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome. It's nice to tell a good story.
I know, yeah. It's always like depressing things you see on the news, and it's really,
I've covered more of that within the past 3 years than I've personally cared for.
yeah, that
Like,
probably
Just put
gets
it right here.
hard after a while
Oh,
on
it
your
does.
person.
Like, today is a good day, so I get to cover this. Then right after this, I get to go shoot 2 football games. So it's a good day at the office in my book.
Yeah, exactly. That is really
Yeah.
awesome.
Absolutely. Okay, and if you could count to 10, please.
1, 2,
That's up like I did.
That's good, just so I have a level. That's fine. And can I have you hold that mic down just a bit?
like that.
A little bit more? Right there.
All right.
Okay, and if you can try to keep it right there, that'd be good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move over here just a tad.
All right, you get to look at him this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't win them all.
Yeah, good. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm recording. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You can just look at me the whole time.
All right.
And same first question we asked her. Can you say your name and spell it and give us your title, please?
It's Ev McConnell, EVMCCONNELL. And I am the first junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania.
Cool. So how does this feel right now?
I am so honored, not just to be the first junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania, but I'm so honored to have been crowned by Barb. She's amazing.
Now, seeing all this support here today from everybody on Facebook Live, your friends and family, what does all this mean to you?
It means everything to me, because just knowing that I have people to fall back on, people that support me, it really is like a huge motivation for me.
Now, what impact do you hope to make now that you're crowned Miss Junior Wheelchair?
I hope to improve accessibility, especially in schools.
Okay.
You can just look at it. Somebody that's watching your story, what do you hope they get from that?
Oh wow. Be grateful, be mindful of other people's experiences, be mindful of other people's struggles. Accessibility is not a privilege, accessibility is a right. It's a right that we have, and we should not have to beg for it. It's the law. We deserve it. We deserve access to everything that everyone else has access to.
You had made mention during your speech that you don't have to go into any specifics. You said that you were kind of heading down the wrong path before your accident happened. You can just give the viewer at home like some idea of just like the magnitude of it all. How for something as profound as what happened to you happening to you, for you to wake up and realize, and again, just like her, to turn a huge negative into an even larger positive.
Well, yeah, when I was young, I was headed on a really bad path, and I just felt so lost, and I was acting out and just getting in trouble, and my illness kind of stopped me in my tracks, and so it was a huge wake-up call, because I realized that the people that I was pushing away, they were the people that were there for me when I got sick, and so that means everything to me. And it kind of made me realize that I have so much to appreciate, and my life is so good, and my life was so good, I just couldn't see it. And so I think just realizing I have the power to change my life, and what happened to me, I could turn it into a positive thing, and I could change my life because of it. That means everything.
My last question for you, I know it sounds a bit redundant, but you had already made mention about just the support from family here, but just to kind of elaborate on that, take that one step further. There's a marvelous woman that was not able to be here today, some lady named Megan.
Yes.
It just seemed like that support group extends so far beyond just this little gazebo.
Absolutely. Obviously, thank you to Megan Abrams. She's amazing, and she runs this Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania program. And I also, I was privileged to have the opportunity to go to LA and do wheelchair dancing with over 100 other women from 10 different countries. And so over 100 women in wheelchairs coming together to dance and share our stories and support each other, that sisterhood means everything, because we've all been down the same path. Even though we have different stories, we have a lot of the same experiences, and we have a lot of the same feelings. And yeah, other women in wheelchairs are my motivation. Absolutely.
And my last question for you, playing off of your answer that you said, but again, giving old grumps like myself a reason to be positive and to not sweat the small stuff. Pretty much, right?
Yeah. I think gratefulness is everything. And being grateful for what you have, not getting angry at small things, but looking at the bigger picture, looking at how blessed you are in your life, that's so important.
Good. Thank you.
Good.
All right, good.
Anything you'd
Did
like
great.
to add?
If you can find one good thing about a day, it's a good day.
Yep. And I always I always tell people, when I'm having a bad day and I'm upset, I think to myself, well, you know what? I didn't get paralyzed today. My mom didn't die today. I didn't have a horrible breakup, and my family's still living, and everything's still good. You know what I mean? It's sometimes you have to remind yourself of your worst day to come to your best, to realize it's not so bad after all.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard, though.
Good advice, though, yeah. Cool.
All right, ladies, I thank you very
Thank you
much.
guys so much for
so much.
coming. I'm
Yeah.
glad that you guys are. Now, when will this air?
That
I'm trying
I'm,
Go ahead. Well, you both have different stations, so.
Well, we're gonna see if we can get this for 6. If we can't get it for 6, more than likely it'll be at 11. But tonight is high school football,
Yeah,
so
so
that's
it'll probably be at 11.
at 11 or tomorrow.
All
Okay.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Will it go multiple times?
Well, yeah, we'll try to get it on.
Will it be on Facebook?
Yes,
to
it'll
watch
be
it?
online
Yeah.
too at wearecentralpa.com. So you
Okay.
can click on the link
Awesome.
and share it on Facebook, show your friends.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get it on tonight. If we can't get it on tonight, more than likely it'll be out tomorrow night at 11.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, that makes more sense.
I purposely asked all those questions so it would ruin his chances of it being on tonight at 6. Well, I'm out here shooting it for Rachel, so
Yeah.
Rachel Pritchard.
Yeah,
So,
me and her are friends, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take this back to our office, I'm gonna feed this back to her in Johnstown, and I believe she might be putting it on either tonight or tomorrow. I
Okay.
can't say for sure, but I'll definitely have her reach out.
Yeah,
to
she
everybody
can
involved.
text me.
Yeah.
Okay,
We have
awesome.
your number too, so-
Yeah, if you guys wanna, message
Sure.
me or whatever.
Sure.
Now, will you guys have it probably online to share too?
That's what I was gonna say, is that thing still rolling? That's still rolling.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that it's like, he asked for a copy of it, and I'm like, well, just,
Yeah.
it'll be posted online, but I'll
Okay.
put it on scene.
Yeah, I know that you can't get a copy of it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as it's online and we can, because I
We
can
can
save.
access
Yeah, I
it,
can.
yeah.
Yeah, I can save the video online then.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine by me.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you
Alrighty.
guys so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you all.
Good to go, boss.
You go to football tonight.
Yes.
Thank you. Nice
I'm
to meet you
going
both.
Nice to meet you too. Oh well, you're new to it.
Central.
Oh, here we go.
Thank
Do you need this?
That's his.
That's
actually.
his.
I have mine.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
I mean, bye.
Mic off of you before I forget about it
All
there.
right, yeah. How do you?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Go. Thank you. Thank
Here,
you.
I'll take the. So let's see what's going on here.
Let's see.
So we're gonna flip around. All right. Hey everyone, we're gonna go through the Facebook comments together. Okay. Megan said, "Hi Ev, congratulations."
Thank you.
Last year's Miss Wheelchair Tennessee says, "Hey lovelies." Miss Wheelchair Massachusetts says, "Congrats."
Thank you.
Claire says, "Way to go, Ev."
Thank you.
Miss Wheelchair Rhode Island gave heart emoji. She says, "Congratulations and welcome to the sisterhood."
Thank you.
One of the directors, one of the board members of Miss Wheelchair America, Pam, says, "Way to go, congratulations."
Thank you.
Last year's Miss Wheelchair Tennessee says, "Congratulations." One of my sponsors says, "That's a wonderful platform to help students."
Yes. Thank you.
Megan says, "I went overboard. I hope you like everything."
I love everything. Thank you.
My sister says, "This is such a wonderful step for the Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania program. Congratulations."
Thank you.
Megan is, and then last year's Miss Wheelchair Tennessee says, "Megan did a great job with the swag bag." Megan says, "I love to shop for others. What can I say?"
Me too.
Megan says, "Barb, remember to get an official headshot for Facebook, please." We'll do that.
I do.
And then a family friend of ours, Sandy DeJulio, says, "Good job, Barb. You really are an inspiration." Thank you, guys. I want to thank you all on here for watching and being so supportive of me and now of Ev. She is now an extension of me. Every time I do an event, if her mom lets her and she can get out of school, she will be there. I know a lot of school will probably have to be missed, which I'm worried about, but I heard that her mom's pretty okay with it.
Advocacy comes first.
Yeah, so that, which is, obviously school's important too, but advocacy is also very important.
Yeah.
So she will be there and you will see her all the time on my page as long as she can make it, of course. So I'm going to sign off here and I'm going to share it so then people can see it and watch it over, since the live is now over. It is now almost 5 p.m. So I want to say again, thank you to everyone, and she can give you guys her.
Thank you.
Would you like to meet her mom, everyone? Hold on. Here's her mom, Sarah. So, again, thank you all. How do I?